HDPE is an awesome material. It is lightweight, it is durable, it is easy to machine, and I have made a ton of robots out of it, but it has a downside. It is very, very difficult to paint this stuff or change its color in any way. And today, I think I've got the solution to that problem. So this should be a familiar sight to anybody who's ever tried to paint HDPE. This piece has just been spray painted. It was primed first and then painted green and then masked and painted black. And you can see that some of the masked areas came off and that a lot of the paint is chipping off and disappearing. This is a spare piece. It literally sat in luggage to and from a competition and it got this bad. The paint is like not even really on there at all. Scraping fingers over it gets paint off, and you can see even touching this stuff, I get paint flecks all over my fingers. This is to do with the properties of HDPE. The same things that make this durable and flexible and smooth make it very, very hard to stick things to. And I have tried a lot of things over the years. This piece was, as mentioned, just primed with a fairly normal spray paint primer and then painted, and it didn't really work very well. This piece was painted with a specific plastic primer and it's done better. It didn't chunk out quite as much as the other one, especially in transit, but you can see it is already starting to mar and there are big spaces where the primer just didn't stick at all and all of that paint came off pretty quickly. I've also tried doing the same thing and sanding the surface quite roughly, trying to give like space for the paint to grab onto. And again, plastic primed this one. There are a lot of chunks out of this from battle wear and battle damage, and to be fair, the paint scheme held up pretty well in those instances, but there's still some telltale stuff like around the bolt holes and things where the paint is chipping and cracking in a way that is not great. Finally, at one point, I tried dyeing pieces. These are HDPE dyed in a big hot water bath with some synthetic dye. They came out pretty well. I like the color and I like the saturation of the color. Unfortunately, heating up big, thin pieces of HDPE, especially like this base plate here, mean that you're very prone to things like this, that's warped and horrible. Also, this takes quite a bit of time, effort, and equipment, and if you do it wrong, you can burn the plastic, which is really not good. I mean, the color comes out well, but there is a lot of downsides and a lot of setup for doing this. So what is this new way and how well does it actually stack up to these other methods? Well, let's get the quick reveal out of the way. It is this stuff, Selleys Quick Grip. This is a contact spray adhesive and one of the few things that I have ever found that actually sticks to HDPE. If you have been around on the channel for a while, you will know that I built a robot called Stickers, and to get the stickers to stick, I coated the entire robot in this because it was a HDPE robot chassis. And this made stickers stick really, really well, so I figured it might work for paint too. To look at how well this technique actually works, we've got a test piece here, and we're going to do 3 separate tests, one in each of the segments. At the end, we're going to do a plastic primer and spray paint, as I have done in the past. In the middle, we are going to use book contact. This is the stuff that goes on kids' school books at the start of the year. I've done this before, but I found that it ripped out around bolt holes, and you can see we've got a bolt hole in each of these, so we're going to test how well they perform with a bolt being screwed in. And then, of course, finally, we're going to use the contact adhesive and spray paint that too. The book contact is applied simply by cutting it out and then pressing it down onto the HDPE. There's a lot of smoothing needed to make sure it goes down flat. With that done, I masked off the areas that I didn't want to apply contact adhesive to, shook the can up, and then sprayed a fairly generous helping of contact adhesive onto the part. I know it's done when I get a slight amount of texture to the surface. This is very hard for me to put on camera, but this photo kind of sort of shows it. Of course, then I need to let the glue set for at least 30 minutes. Then it's time for paint. I'm using a special plastic primer. This technique should work with basically any primer, but the plastic primer is still a good call. And make sure to coat the piece from all angles so that paint will stick to it everywhere. We then of course need to let that dry. I also did 2 coats of primer here. Finally, we are finishing this off with just some really cheap black spray paint. This is the cheapest stuff I can get at my local hardware store, and just dropping a thick coat onto the entire piece. And here we go. That has come out pretty well. So I have put some paint pen in the lines here just to kind of highlight the different sections a little bit better. Again, we have just the primer and paint, the book contact, and then the contact adhesive. And I'm going to start by using a screwdriver and just rubbing it along here. You can see just from that we get a lot of paint get removed from the paint section. If I do this again to the contact, you can see actually the contact works pretty well as well. And then our contact adhesive is getting scratched up, but you can see it's not as bad as the non-contact version. This is starting to flake paint everywhere already, and there are just tiny little shards coming off. Here, it's really only where the corners dig in that you actually get the paint coming off, and it's not coming off in shards. The book contact actually is a little bit deceptive. It is having paint come off kind of at the same rate as this, but you really can't tell because I used a black contact. I probably should have used a pink contact or something to really highlight the difference. But if I like scratch here where there's a bit of green coloring, you can see the coloring coming through as I start to scratch it more and more. So it's having a very similar effect to the contact adhesive. So both of these are a much, much better result than just trying to spray paint this stuff, even with a nice plastic primer. You can see I'm getting lots and lots of paint off here, and if I go flat down there, I get a little bit of paint off, but nowhere near as bad as the just straight primed and painted version. Now we move on to our final test, which is of course putting bolts through this. So I've got 3 bolts in here and 3 nuts on the back, and literally all we're gonna do, grab those nuts with the plier and just give them a quick seat down. And then we'll undo this in just a second and we'll see what it has done to everything underneath, which I'm gonna make sure all of these are basically as tight as I possibly can get them, because going into combat, you want your bolts tight. So that's all of our bolts tightened up. Let's loosen them off again and have a look at the paint underneath. So here's the damage. You can see that the spray paint and just regular primer underneath has had paint disappear underneath the head of the bolt, as has the one with our contact adhesive underneath it. But both of those are acceptable. The bolt head itself covered up this damage pretty well. The book contact, on the other hand, has fared way less well. There are flakes of book contact that have broken off the main section, which means that you get a big unsightly kind of scar around all of your bolt holes. So these are our results. Obviously, painting HDPE just with any kind of good plastic primer, a bad idea in general. Using book contact could work pretty well as long as you don't need to bolt things through into it. I've had this issue whether I've used washers or not. It just seems to be a problem with tightening things down in contact with the book contact itself. And then of course we have the spray adhesive contact, which in my opinion is the best and easiest. It is literally just adding an extra layer of primer, quote unquote, to the system. You just spray paint down the contact adhesive as kind of a primer, then you run your plastic primer and you run your paint on top, and it comes out pretty well, fairly scratch resistant as far as that's going to be in combat anyway, and it just kind of works. So there you go, that is it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed that one, and I will see you in the next video.